Hello guys, welcome to another episode of the Sulia podcast. My name is Safo Kwame Oheneba. I'm glad to come your way. Irrespective of the leave of absence we took a week ago. But before I start the episode, I would want to extend my condolences to the Christ Assassination of Ghana and the Safo family and say rest in peace to Apostle Dr. Kwejo Safo. Rest well, Papa. We will miss you. So now, back to the sport. I would want to talk about Ghana's 4x100 meters relay team and Ghana's holistic performance at the Tokyo Olympics when it comes to track and field. First of all, on Saturday, when Ghana made it to the finals, setting the national record, being the fastest team to qualify for the final, the fastest country to qualify for the final, I know a lot of us had expectations. Personally, I had serious expectation. I was thinking, we were going to get a medal because Jamaica was not participating. Jamaica was DQ'd. South Africa, who were one of the best at the previous Olympics, were DQ'd. And the United Kingdom were DQ'd. So it seemed like this could be Ghana's year to medal. However, most of us expected, and it didn't happen. It just didn't happen. We somehow came so close. They came fourth and couldn't medal. But I have seen people taking this aggressively and being hard on the team. And this is what I would say, guys. You have no right to have high standards or high expectations for these people. As Ghanaians, we do not have that right. I think we should rather be congratulating them for punching above their weight. And punching above their weight in the sense that this Ghana team, Azamati and Paulamo in particular, have been very consistent when it comes to the relays and very consistent when it comes to track and field and running. And it's because when Azamati debuted in 2020 at the Olympics, ask yourself, since 2020, when was the last time prior to 2020 you saw Ghanaians participating in that? You'd have to go way back. But it felt like since 2020, since the African game 2020, they've been able to be consistent, and not just being consistent enough, they've been able to add more talents to it. So the pipeline has always been flowing. So you now have Saminu, who is even, and let's be honest, way more faster than Azamati. Saminu was not as fast as he was not even that fast at the Olympics. So there is room for improvement. I saw Fusaini being sad. Bros, don't be sad. You have punched above your weight. It's a marvelous performance, and we as Ghanaians, or I as a Ghanaian, am very proud of this team. But again, even with the fourth finish, this is the highest any Ghanaian team has ever placed in World Championship history. So it's a marvelous achievement. And the funny thing is, how many Ghanaians knew that there was even the World Championship even going on? How many Ghanaians even knew they ran? That's the level of interest Ghanaians even have in these guys doing well. You had the Minister of Youth and Sports watching Black Stars play, being very vocal in the Black Stars play. But how many ministers or big people spoke about this team or gave this team encouragement? Nothing. You don't hear anything about that. They don't even get paid as much as someone who manages kits for the Black Stars. So we don't invest that much, and I don't want it to seem like, government bad. I know some of the government plays a role in their schooling and getting them there, but we were all in the country when a year ago athletes were begging for money because they couldn't even, one, pay their fees, or two, even when they pay their fees, afford the coaches they need. But what this crop of talent, and I'm including Rosie Abua, Azamati, Saminu, Jupo, Fuseni, what they've done is, I feel like they are going to inspire new generations, and now we are going to set up. I don't see how we retrogress. If we retrogress, it is on us as a country. But wherever these guys are, I think they deserve a hero's welcome when they come back to Ghana. And we need to make sure we give that to them. And to Rosie Abua, congrats. Girl, you did what you could do to even make it to the finals after the difficulties you had in the Olympics. It's marvelous. It's amazing. I think the sky can only be the limit. you've set the standards that now this is how far we can go, which is getting into the final. Hopefully, we get other athletes who can do high jump. I saw someone say it on Twitter that when we were going for intercore and super zonals back in high school, people were doing high jump, long jump, javelin, all of these sorts of things. But all these talents just disappear when we get to the global stage. And what can be done about it? I think a lot can be done about it. New government, new reset. I hope we pay attention to that. Let's get more athletes in the pipelines. Let's get them competing. And then when they compete, we can have the success we want. There should be investment as well. This is an individual sport. Can you believe a team sport of like 22 people with technical men and ICT, whatever? We could afford that, and we can't afford individual. If we want to really do well in this sport, we need to pay attention. And congrats to the athletes.